Everybody, how's it going? Happy Thursday to everybody. I know it's June 13th. I know it's been a month since you guys seen me, but had to take some personal time for myself. But I had this interview with somebody I think you guys are gonna really love, and I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it. Hi, Chris. How you doing? That's my bestie right here. You got one of my besties that you see on the live. Just waiting for more people to come in, and we'll get everything situated, and we'll get my special guest to come on. Because you guys know it's been a while since I've done something. So when I put something out there, I'm gonna make sure I have a reason why I put it out there. Let me see what we got going on, you guys. Just waiting for everybody to come in, and we'll get situated. We'll get everything going. Come into the room, you guys. Come into the room. A couple more people come in and join. Let's make sure our special guests know. Hi, Diana. How are you? There we go. I see our special guest right now. And let's get our special guest in. All right, Kay, there you
Let me
go.
make sure.
There you
Mhm.
go. How you doing?
Yeah, let me make sure my stuff is like all lined up. Shit, not good at doing live stuff. I'm trying to get it to set up. I need a setup for my phone.
No, no, you good. No worries.
Okay.
You good?
All right. I think so. I think so.
Hi, hi. How you doing there, Sir King? For everybody that doesn't know who I am, this is your boy Kenneth, aka KTookes 85, the KTookes spot. And here's my special guest down here on the bottom. Who you guys see is KL Allen. And Mr. KL Allen, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? If you know, a lot of them probably already know who you are,
Uh,
and who
uh,
don't, go ahead.
yeah, I'm KL Allen, fashion designer, producer extraordinaire. Have a clothing line, Perfect Population by KL Allen. OMS TV Network, you know, those things. Hold
Alrighty.
on. I'm trying to keep my phone up.
No, you
Um, I usually don't go live like this with my phone. Okay. I usually be holding it most of the time, so I'll try to stay still so it doesn't fall.
no, you're good. No worries.
Mm. So what's going
So,
on?
not much.
I'm pretty good. I can't complain. It's like a busy, busy week. I'm getting ready for a rollout of something. In like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm here at my showroom and I've been kind of just working through that.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
So tell
hmm
everybody. So why don't you introduce yourself to everybody on here on my live?
What's up, everyone? This is KL Extraordinaire Allen. I am a international fashion designer. Clothes I've been seeing in Milan Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. Quite a bit of celebrities. Shein.com. I have like 3 collections with Shein. Have a fourth one dropping next month. That's going to be a big one. Um, I am the producer of shows like GCS, ATL Hustle, House of Status, Glam Devos, Trade It All. The list goes on and on and
And
on.
shout out to Sir King or King, who's on this live right here. We got to make sure we give him props because he is part of one of the shows, G Stats ATL Hustle.
Correct, correct. Yes. Thank
So,
you.
tell us what made you want to get into like probably like the entertainment industry and the fashion industry.
Well,
Tell us more of the story.
well, when I first started, well, basically, here's the thing. When I was growing up, my mother, she taught me how to draw. So that was where I first got my first creative, like anything, learning how to draw and sketch. And then from my grandmother, she taught me how to sew. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where the fashion element came into place. It wasn't until like 2000, I would say six, I had moved to Orlando and I wanted to start my own t-shirt line. So I started a line called Dime Empire, and it was a t-shirt line. And so it did pretty good. I sold, several shirts, sold them out. And then I moved to Atlanta. And when I moved to Atlanta, I started to further expand upon my fashion brand. So in 2007, I started school at Botter College for fashion design. I dropped out, and then I decided to pursue my line full time. So between the course of '07 and 2011, I was, just doing a lot of fashion shows in Atlanta, connecting with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I had not done my first like big fashion production, but I had been a part of other people's show. Shout out to Tago. He's the one who gave me my first break in fashion and allowed me to showcase my garments at one of his events called Paparazzi. He was infamous for having a lot of celebrity events in Atlanta. So it was really good. And then in 2011, on 11/11/11, I rented out the Delta Heritage Museum, which is like this big warehouse space at Delta, and they have this airplane hangar with this big Boeing airplane in it. And I did my first fashion show there.
Nice, nice,
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very. I
Yeah.
know
Yeah. Yeah.
I was saying, how did he and I become friends? Because I've been a fan of a lot of his content and everything that he brought up.
Yeah.
But let's,
Well,
because a lot of people gonna probably, they'll set my boundaries on this question. We're just gonna go along with it. But
okay.
a lot of people say, what is KL? What is KL like the name? Like, what
It's an
is?
it's a, it's an abbreviation of my first name and my middle name.
Mm-hmm.
My first name is Kelly. If you know my middle name, you know it. If you don't, you don't. But my first name is Kelly, and a lot of the times growing up, when I would get called for class, they would think Kelly was a girl or so on and so forth. So I was like, I can't be in the industry, and everyone thinks that, you know, Kelly is a girl. So I had to define my name. So I went by KL, and it just stuck. And so now it's KL.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. I knew the
Mhm.
answer, but I just want to make sure people, because I know people will probably ask you that question. So I say,
Right, right, right,
get that
right,
out.
right,
Let's get that out the way, and we
right.
can go more. Now, since you say you've been into fashion, you've done, the web, the web reality series and everything.
Correct, correct.
Okay, let's get more like you said when you went to your what you've done is personally.
Hmm.
What sparked all this, if you don't mind me asking you? Like, did you
Though,
get into to both both genres of like fashion and like the like entertainment wise? Like, did you have like a spark? Did you want to do something at first before you became before you after you finished school and everything?
yeah. So in terms of like the whole production element, I used to storyboard a lot with my fashion line. So a lot of the times I would create these visual commercials, and they would kind of be like short films. So through that, I I grew the love of creating visuals as well. Um, a lot of people don't know, like in school, I won a lot of awards for writing. Like I had the perfect score on the writing test in middle school and high school. So I had like plaques. They went on limo rides. They took me out to dinner, stuff like that. So I've always been a writer as well. I'm what you call all around creative. Like I can create. I can write music, rap, draw, design, all in all. So with the whole writing portion of everything, I used to see series on YouTube, and I was like, I want to tell my perspective of a scripted series, which was Trade, and it had a lot to do with like down low lifestyle. So I kind of wrote that, and that went like that kind of took off. Like that was my first project to actually take off. Um, it had like 3 million views in one episode. Um, Patrick Ian Polk from P Valley and Noah's Ark, he shouted us out, and that's kind of how it started with the scripted portion. Now with the reality portion, I got to give props to a few people that actually inspired me to start. George Smith, he did this pilot called The Life Atlanta on YouTube, and I think it was put together
Hmm.
really, really well. It had like 500,000 views. It was like immaculate. And then he came out with like the web series version of that show with the different cast. And so I liked his interpretation of that. And then I also saw Bad Boys Club by Karan when he did it in Atlanta,
Hmm.
and it was just like so ratchet. Like they was just fighting and everything, and I was like, oh my god, I just could not stop watching. And I was like, I want to do something like that for the community, but I want to do something with, people of the community that kind of have like status, that's known, or they're known in their sector or whatever it is that they do, and come together and create a show that kind of follows their journey. So that was my first interpretation of what G Status was supposed to be about. To be honest with you, the fighting element was never a thing for me. Like it was never like something that I wanted to be like, oh, I wanted these guys to come together, work together, funny shade, reads, that sort of thing, and then create a show about people in the community that we
Hmm.
don't have that stigma attached to us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Interesting to know a little bit more. Since you said G Stats, ATL Hustle and the trade and everything, what
Mm-hmm.
sparked you to
They were it broke. It cut out.
no, I'm saying with G Stats, ATL Hustle, what made you want to get involved in that?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Hold on a
that's
minute.
that's kind of
Little,
how it started.
yeah, a
I
little
saw
technical
those
difficulty. Give me one
reality
moment.
shows from Karan and
Okay,
George,
you're
and I
good now.
wanted
You
to
hear me,
kind of
right?
create my own that kind of favored,
Okay. No, I'm saying what made you
socialites
want to do?
or
Okay, what
people with
made you get
status
into G
within the
Stats ATL
community
Hustle?
coming together to kind of work hard. So initially, I shot a pilot before I even decided to shoot the whole entire show. So the pilot had actually consisted of Akeem and several other individuals. So we shot the pilot, and then we took it back and we reviewed it, and then I got with another producer. His name was Ja, and at the time he was working on something else, and he was kind of getting my feedback and expertise on it. And I was like, hey, why don't we come together and we just do G Status? And then the show he was doing was ATL Hustle. And I was like, why don't we just come together and do G Status ATL Hustle? And so that's how G Status ATL Hustle was born.
Gotcha. Because I know a lot of people, I know the show has gotten a little backlash because, all the fighting that happened. Like,
Hmm.
I haven't seen I haven't watched season three yet because I know season three is probably out right now, correct?
Just one, just one episode. I put it on pause.
Okay. Now, with the backlash of that, how did it make you feel when you heard the backlash and everything?
About like just in general of the
No,
pause or the
cast
fight.
and
Hmm?
everything, how it was fighting and everything.
Oh, the
How did it really
fighting.
make you
I honestly, here's the thing. So the fighting came in really heavy, a little bit toward the end of season one, which I didn't really care for at all. I never cared for the fighting. Then it came about a lot in season two, and honestly, I wasn't for it either because that's not what the show was supposed to be about, and it seemed like it took a different leg, and that's not not what I originally intended the show to be about.
Okay. Because I know people were kind of like, I know you have the fans, and then you have the cast. So I know sometimes when you have too many people in the midst of everything and they don't know the whole story, they tend to try to stir the pot up a lot, like you said. But
Hmm.
what kept you more like sane and together of saying, no, we're gonna keep it this
Well,
way, stick to
well, it's more
this
so. I'm sorry, I broke up. You got cut out. I'm sorry. What'd you say? I think we
say
might
it
be
again,
having
KL.
technical difficulties. Okay. So
Say
what
it
was
again,
your? I'm
KL.
sorry. So what was your question?
I'm saying, how did you feel like saying you want to stick to
Yes.
how you want the vision? How did you keep yourself grounded and
What was my
focused?
vision? Oh,
You hear me?
I, I
No, I
just
was saying,
really
how did you
wanted
keep
to
yourself
elevate.
focused and
You
determined to
know,
keep
everything
on
I
the
I
quality show?
do, I want it to be an elevation. I don't want to
No, I
stay at
said,
the
how
same
did you keep
level.
yourself
So
focused?
that's what kept me focused is creating a show and keep going and elevating.
Okay. Now we're gonna get into the fashion line in a moment, but
Right.
this is gonna be your moment right to clear the air on certain stuff because
Okay.
I know you
So
probably be a lot of I probably be getting a lot of people talking, talking their mess about you. Is there anything you want to clear
yeah,
up?
and
You want to be
honestly, I don't. I honestly, I'm at a point in my life where whatever. Listen, whatever this, I'm at a point in my life where whatever anybody says, believe them. I'm like Tommy, believe them. If you're stupid enough to believe what any troll or troll blogger is saying, believe them. The reason why I say this is because while you sitting over there believing them stuck and stupid, so I mean, I don't even care because addressing lies just makes it seem like if you address a lie, you why give it relevancy? You know what I mean? Why take my energy and give anything relevancy or life? Like there are a lot of people who don't want to see me personally win. I've never done anything to these people. They just have a disdain. And it's honestly sad because instead of highlighting, hey, a black gay man is accomplishing, is taking the industry and fashion and whatever it is, he's putting quality. It don't matter if it's incomplete or half complete, it's quality. Money went into that. You understand what I'm saying? My personal money. I don't have no investors. I don't have no sponsors. I don't have anything like that. I'm a one man show. I'm a one man band. I do everything by myself. You understand what I'm saying? I have people that do work on set, like producers and stuff like that. But when it comes down to like the whole ordeal, that's all me. I built the app from my own fingertips. You understand what I'm saying? I contacted people. I worked hard to to do whatever it is that I was doing. Honestly, and I'll be quite frank with you on this. The whole YouTube web world community, I've been dismissed them. The reason being is because there's no growth. Like the same stuff people were doing 4 or 5 years ago, they're still doing it. There's no elevation. And if people continue to stay within that's that's a you're a big fish, little pond, and that's what you want to be. You understand what I'm saying? There's so much more than just this one subculture of
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. There's a whole world out here with different things that we can explore. There's many different facets, many different networks, many different things. But people that gossip and hate blog, that's all they will ever be. They do it to everybody else. So highlighting, trying to tear people down, not something I stand for. And quite frankly, I don't want to be a part of it. So if the energy is not good, I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to be a part of it. And if people are lying on me, I definitely don't want to be a part of it. So what did I
Mhm.
do? Remove myself completely. They can have it, and they can have all their fun, all their conversations. They can have it all. Because at the end of the day, I'm still me. I'm still flourishing. I'm still doing what I need to do. That's
I
that.
mean, hey, hey, there's nothing else left to say after that.
and it and come July, it's gonna be a lot more talking.
Oh yeah. Now let's get into your fashion line because I know you have a lot of
Yeah,
pieces right in the back of your backdrop. So I know
absolutely.
everybody's wondering what's going on with that. Like
Oh
tell
yeah,
tell the story.
some of my fashion pieces. So I already told you I started designing in 2007. I've had some great strides with my fashion line. I did over 500,000 on Shein gross sales. Those are grossed sales. And fourth one is a major collaboration with the international fashion house. It's a game changer. Um,
Hold on a minute, you guys. Forgive me, guys. We're having little issues here in Miami with the weather and everything, just with the severe weather. Okay, so no, you're fine because I know because you know
Okay,
Miami, we're having those
so let me
issues with the
start from the
rain and
top. So,
everything.
so I,
So I had to
yeah, so
apologize
I've
to
been in
everybody.
fashion since '07. I've been working my way up. I got a deal with Sheen in 2022. Dropped my first line with them. Did over 500,000. Did two more collections, and then I have a fourth one with the international fashion house that's coming out next month, and that's going to be major, a game changer. A black fashion designer designing for a major high-end fashion house is kind of revolutionary, and also bringing a high-end fashion house to Shein, which is an affordable outlet for people. People talk a lot of crap about Shein, but Shein is $1 billion company. You understand what I'm saying? Shein makes money, and the thing about it is, if you have those, if you can show I can sell this amount of money. I can leverage that to other stores. You understand what I'm saying? I can leverage that. Like this is what I sell. So like I said, stay tuned for that. Now, in terms of expansion, my brand is expanding. I am located in a showroom in Milan, Italy, Emerging Talent Showroom. I just got my accessories, my shoes, my handbags. I have earrings for women. I got that in a showroom in Beverly Hills called Basic PR Showroom, and they're already on the job, already styling major actresses in my garments. And then in August, I got approved to be in the Flying Solo store in Paris. That's another fashion store. It's one is in New York, and one is in Paris. So my line will be in there in August, and then hopefully
Hmm.
this fall, like September, October, I'll be returning to New York and Milan. So God help me. I mean, so if all works out.
Let everybody know the name of the line.
My brand is called Perfect Population by KL Allen.
Alrighty, so let some people show everybody the pieces you have behind you. I know they probably like, oh my gosh, I like that. I like that. If you don't
Well,
mind.
this is a gown right here. I'm gonna try to show it the best way I can without my phone falling. Hold on one second.
Uh huh.
All right, so that this is a gown, and some of these pieces are like, um, you can see them on my site. Um, there's another blue gown that I have. I'm trying to give y'all like a little tour of the clothing. I'm sure you've seen these.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also working on a line for New York. If I could pull this off, it's gonna be 50. 50 looks, a 50 look runway show. So I'm trying. So that's what I've been working on. It's been quite a bit. It's been a big project. So,
Okay.
but I'm really trying to expand my brand to like, a major, getting in major department stores. So I've kind of been hustling with that, um, talking to different. Okay, I can hear you now. It had stuck for yeah,
Hold on a
I
minute,
got
you
stuck
guys.
for a second. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm
Okay.
working on
'Cause
expanding
kind
my
of, kind of,
brand to like a
you say
global
you
level.
expanding
So I've
everything,
been
and
talking to
say it again
retailers
because
and
it cut us
pitching to
off when you were talking.
retailers. Just trying to get more placements, talking to different partnerships, and so there's quite a bit of things in the work for the brand. But by the end of this year, I kind of want to be like a global force. Like I want my brand to be all over the world.
Okay. Now, since I know you say you brought up the your brand, what sizes do you cater to? Because you know a lot of people want to, like, especially the ladies, gonna wonder what's the the smallest to like the biggest size that you cater.
So of like, in terms of what I sell on retail sites, they okay. Yeah, we I got cut out again. I can hear you now.
Hold on, you guys. We're sorry about all this going on. Okay, you hear me right? Yeah, no,
So
I'm saying
anywhere from
like
extra
saying what the
small
sizes
to
do you
like
like from the smallest size to
X
the biggest size? Who do
large
you cater to,
in,
like to
in
your
on Shein. Now,
clientele
in
or
terms of
clients? What do you
my site,
um
when I launch my webs like my e-commerce site, I'm going to cater to all sizes. I've always catered to all sizes because I used to do a lot of custom work. So I will be catering to all sizes plus sizes as well.
okay, that's good to know. Because you're gonna have some people wondering, is he just doing it for just skinny folks? Is he doing it
I
for
get I
the thick
yeah,
ladies, the thick madams?
I get that a lot, man.
Now it's now since we went through a lot of stuff like that, is there anything you want to add or talk about that we haven't really discussed
I will I will
in the interview?
I welcome you to kind of, if you have any unanswered questions that you feel like I should answer that maybe has not been answered. I'm an open book right now. So whatever you want to ask,
Yeah.
I'm happy to answer.
Because I feel like you've answered a lot of my questions that I had. I know it's been kind of short, but I know the weather and everything's acting weird, so I'm trying to make sure we still stay focused on what we're doing
Mhm.
and not let the weather mess with us.
I, I know
But
yeah, yeah. The weather
is there
has
any,
been quite challenging.
yes, is there any shameless, no, not I should say shameless plug, any plugs you want to put out there that you want people to know about that we haven't discussed yet that you want to talk about?
Shout out to Bougie Boy. Shout out to Barry. Shout out to J Dior. Shout out to Don Devo. Shout out to Leon. Shout out to Malcolm. Shout out to Mabe. Shout out to Clyde. Shout out to Sir Von Childs. Shout out to Trey Vodka. Shout out to everybody who has been working with me and has continued this journey with me. Um, we got a lot of stuff in store that we have been working on behind the scenes. we've just been quietly behind the scenes doing our little thing and not bothering anybody. And this is just like I thank you for having me on here because I kind of went dormant on social media while I work on certain things so I can have no distractions. But this is like a first round of reintroduce me because I have some great stuff coming out. So, okay, I think we got stuck again.
And you guys, because you know the
Oh,
weather is
okay,
acting
got it,
crazy, so
got you.
give us
So
a
so
moment.
I
I'll let
appreciate
KL
you
finish
taking the time
or
to interview
restate what you
me.
had to say.
Um, One thing I do want to say is
Give it one.
when you became friends with me on
Wait.
Facebook, you're friends with me on
Cut us off.
Facebook.
Resay
So
that
you're
part when you
friends
say
with me
after you
on
shouted out
Facebook
everybody,
with my
because it kind of
friends,
cut
my
you off a little bit. I just
family,
want to make sure everybody don't be wondering.
coworkers, actors, you name it. So you can get a pretty good idea of who I am from my Facebook. Actually, you can get a pretty good idea of who I am from in person or Instagram. I would like to say there's a lot of people that judge a book by its cover, or they listen to what people say about somebody. But honestly, unless you know the person yourself, don't be so quick to judge people. Don't be so quick to be a part of the circus. Don't be so quick to be a part of let's tear people down, because we're a whole culture of people that are progressive, and we're talented. So if your job is to tear people down, I really feel like deep down inside, there's something in you that's broken, and you want everybody else to be broken with you. So I would just say this, and I will leave this. I'm I'm on a positive spiritual journey, and I'm going to continue to be positive, and I'm going to continue to treat everybody with respect, and I'm going to continue to elevate. That's all I have to
Hmm.
say. But I thank you so much.
Hmm. And he's talking, and what he's talking, guys, talking about people who've been trying to tear him down and trying to lie about him. That's what he
Oh
was
yeah,
talking about.
absolutely. Oh yeah,
No, because I want them thinking
absolutely. For
that
for
I
those that
think
don't
like
know
no,
me,
it has
there's
nothing to
comes
be. He's
with the
talking about people
business.
who have tried to come for him and
If no
made up
one's talking
false
about you, you
things.
aren't
So he's
relevant.
clearing that
So
up
as long
right
as they're
now.
talking
That's
about you, you're
you guys are wondering
relevant.
what he
And
was
that's how
talking
I see
about.
it. It's marketing me, it's pushing me further. So thank you so much for all that you do. Thank them, but I most importantly thank you because you saw me and you was like, hey, I want to be able to show the side that I know. I want to be able to put you in a light where that I've seen. You took the time to research. And I know you were on my page for a while, and then you hit me up and you started speaking. So I know you went and did your research and you was like, let me see who this is, let me see what he's about. You know what I'm saying? So I truly appreciate that because a lot of people will look at you crazy or really believe some of the stuff that flies around the internet. I think it's so dangerous now that I can get on the internet and I could just say make up something about somebody and people will think that
Hmm.
it's factual. That's really dangerous. Unfortunately, a lot of these people don't have enough money for me to sue them for defamation because what will I get? What will I snatch? Their YouTube channels? What will I snatch? Their welfare channels to say gum, but at the end of the day,
Hold on a minute, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not. Hold on a minute. KL. it kept cutting you off. I
I
just know
don't
you
I don't
saying
even
what you
want the
gonna do.
YouTube
People gonna
page.
have
I
that
don't even
money.
want to
They go
stop,
sue.
baby.
We
I'm
gonna
not a
take their
bag
YouTube pages
stopper. I
away,
don't even
and then you
want it.
start.
Just have it. Get that $100 check or whatever it is, or them Patreon or them super chats. Get it all, baby. Because if it could get you a meal at night, or it could get you two hots and a cot, I'm with it. I'm all for progressing.
Hey, hey, somebody. Yeah, I do what you got to do. But you want to plug up like any website? You want to plug up your websites and your social media?
Yes. So you could find me on Perfect Population by KL Allen. I'm only operating under business pages now, not personal. I'll be back in personal real soon. You could also follow OMS TV Network. The app is disabled right now, but we are working on some integrations, very big ones. And you can also follow my website, www.perfectpopulation.com. You can find me on Shein.com. Um, I design for everybody, custom design, that website. Um, yes, follow me.
All right. And then you guys can follow your boy at KTookes85 right here. And that's on Instagram, X, and then YouTube is the K2 spot. Just look me up. You'll find me. This will be on YouTube also, you guys. So that way anybody that's a fan of KL's and you're a fan of mine and you want to see what was going on. I will apologize for those. I know we had some technical difficulties with the weather and everything, but we still want to give you a great interview. And I think we did that because I think we cleared
Yeah,
up everything and
yeah,
yeah.
like I said, I appreciate you. Like I said, when we spoke, I told you this wasn't gonna be like a drag session, or me being rude about anybody, because honestly, where I'm at in life, anybody who has anything bad to say, I wish them well, and I send many positive blessings to them, and I truly mean this. I've seen some of these people out and about, and I was explaining to them, I have no issue with you, none whatsoever, and we can coexist. That's it. I have love for it.
And thank you for everybody who's in the comments because I know we appreciate the comments. And then that's all we have to say. So, KL, thank you so much for coming on the
You're quite
K2
welcome. Have,
and blessing.
have a good evening.
So we thank you. This may be short, simple, straight to the point, but we appreciate you. So we gonna